Hi everyone, my name is Aparna Bhatia, and this week's tech tip is about how to add a bearing beam on the top of a panel at openings. All right, let's get started. So here we have a panel. I'm just going to click on the stud and I'm going to go through the properties. Within properties, I'm going to click on miscellaneous and I'm going to find our bearing option. If you don't see the bearing option, please ensure you check your panel type and it has the mode set to Pro, function set to exterior, usage set to bearing. All right, and now we're going to click on the edit functionality. The bearing beam option is only available for light gauge steel projects. All right, and panels. So here you can take a look and see what our user interface looks like. So here we have the option to select where we want to place our bearing beam. So we can place the bearing beam on the whole panel. So that will add it at the top of the entire panel. And then we have the option to place it in like span 1, span 2, span 3, span 4. And basically what the spans specify are the location of the openings. So it goes from the start of the panel as span 1, and then span 2, span 3, span 4, span 5, so on and so forth. So if I wanted to add it only at the top of openings, I can just check this on and say all spans, and it will place it only on top of the openings. All right, so once we choose our placement, the next option we also have is our type configuration. So our type configuration tells us how we want to locate all of the members. So here we're going to go ahead and take a look at type A. Type A looks like a box beam header. If you would like them centered and be face to face, you can also choose type A centered. Over here, if we choose type B and click outside, you'll notice that it creates a back-to-back functionality and it creates the bearing beam in the middle or brace in the middle. And then over here, if I click, before I click on type C, I need to make sure that I switch this to top of panel and then switch this to type C, as what this does is that it will place a beam brace on either side of the top track. All right, so if I wanted to do we're going to choose type B, A for this. All right, and this is what we're going to place. So if I did whole span and I set the placement to be top of panel, it would actually create it on the top of the panel. So the beam track will actually be your top track, and then your actual beam track will be used as the top track in this image. So if I set top of panel for whole panel, it would actually place it on top of the panel. Whereas if I set it to whole panel and I said top of opening, it will actually place it right under the top track as shown in this image. All right. So we're actually going to set it up to be all span. So I'm expecting it to only create where I have openings. So in this case, if I set it, when I set it to select one of the spans or I set it to all spans, if I say top of panel, this will actually be created under the top track, but between the kings. So that's what that placement will do. And if I set top of opening, you'll notice that it actually places it on top of the opening, and that's actually the opening header. And here you can place a beam angle when you're placing it on top of opening. But for this session, we're actually going to just do top of panel, sorry. And that's how we're going to create it for all spans. And now we can go ahead and enable the functionalities we want. So for type A, if I wanted to make it centered, I can enable that. If I wanted to add the beam cripple, I can check that on and it'll create this red member here, which is a beam cripple. If I wanted to enable the plates, I can enable the plates over here. And if I was doing it at top of opening, I could also choose to enable the beam angle. All right, so right now I'm going to enable plates in this. And over here, I can now choose my members. So I'm going to choose my sizes. I'm going to make it 600S125, 600S125, 600S125. Oh, sorry, this is a track, so 600T125. And those are the sizes that I would like to use. If you're using the beam angle, you have to enable this and then choose your sizes. And if you're using the plate, you only have that size for the plate. All right, so once we finish all of this setup, we can hit close and we can hit OK. All right. And once we hit OK, you'll notice that it creates the members for us, and I can actually rotate this panel so you can see that it's created the beam plates on the exterior side. And if I actually shrink this, not shrink this, get the section box to be cutting through the opening here, um, I can actually take a look at all the members that were created for the box beam. All right, that's it for this week's tech tip. Have a great day.